China. I think he's a double agent or something.
What?
Because apparently Tupac said back in the day he knew he was in the FBI or something like that.
Tupac said he was FBI back in the day?
So was
Nobody listened to Tupac. Tupac's mother was a Black Panther. Maybe they should have listened.
They should. So he came out. He was really an FBI agent, right?
That's crazy.
Was he really an FBI agent?
So here's
Fuji
one
rapper.
story.
Fuji rapper
Testified that
Pras
he met-
testifies he met and shared information with the FBI voluntarily. Whoa.
Oh, who?
So Jeff Sessions' testimony was not exciting. The defense basically said had him describe an official legal process for considering extraditing Guo at China's request. The apparent idea was to suggest that there was nothing so bad in Pras and company trying to have Guo sent back to China. Pras is testifying in his own defense, told the judge, after consulting with my attorneys and the universe, I decided that I will testify. Oh, he consulted with the universe. I like how people talk like that. He's facing 10 charges, including conspiracy, witness tampering, and failing to register as an agent of China. What?
Who the fuck is Cha? I mean,
He's
Guo.
an agent of China.
The black dude?
Yes.
That guy was a billionaire he was talking about.
Okay. Well, on the stand, Pras addressed his alleged efforts to get the U.S. to extradite Chinese billionaire Guo Wengui. In addition, he denied acting as an agent for China. I took it upon myself to report because I thought the FBI should know, he testified. Before his trial started, the 50-year-old artist told Rolling Stone, what benefit would I get trying to break laws? It's not worth it to me. I'm like a pariah now. I've got friends who won't talk to me because they think there's a satellite in orbit listening to them. To be clear, Pras never testified in the stand that he was an FBI informant. His approach to the FBI to discuss Guo Wengui and 3 Americans held in China was completely voluntary. If convicted, Pras serves 22 years in prison. What do they think he did? That's what I don't understand. What are they accusing him of? Okay, it says they alleged the veteran rhymer was the middleman for alleged crimes, including a secret lobbying campaign to help Malaysian billionaire Joe Lau put pressure on American justice officials while White House officials when his fraud scheme unraveled, and to help the Chinese government secure the return of a dissident who's living inside the U.S.
I don't know what none of that shit,
I'm
man.
not exactly sure what he did.
I
I still
neither.
don't know what he did.
I know everybody's like he's an FBI agent. I said, well, everybody got a side job.
But it seems like then he wasn't even informed. Like, he went to the FBI because he felt like they should know that, which is like, Jesus, you're opening up
The
a
shit
can
that
of
goes on in
worms.
the, see why I mind my business? See why I say if it's aliens out there? Hey, if they out there, all I say, when you come to our country, pay your taxes.
I don't think they're paying shit.
Well, I mean, I don't
think
want to
they-
pay shit.
If I looked at what I think about aliens, I think they're monitoring us because we're a highly sophisticated society that might blow itself up. I think that's why they're here.
Oh, Joe, ain't no fucking aliens here.
You don't think so?
Here's a different explanation in
Okay.
bringing the Tupac thing I just brought up.
Tupac lyrics fueling a conspiracy theory after Fugees member Pras admits he was an FBI informant. The hip-hop world was shocked when Pras, how do you say his last name?
Mikel or Michael.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Michelle?
One of the founding members of the legendary group, the Fugees, admitted he was an FBI informant during his federal conspiracy trial in Washington, D.C. Pras is accused of conspiring to make illegal campaign contributions using foreign funds from a Malaysian fugitive, Zhao Lo, who is also wanted for his role in a massive corruption scandal involving billions of dollars. So he got tied up with the wrong people.
Yeah, and then it says somewhere around here, like a cryptic line from a song in '96 is something about what the Fugees were trying to do to him,
Oh.
speculating that.
Tupac was aware of Pras' involvement with the FBI and that he was exposing him as a snitch.
It's like the internet runs wild. With this story.
Oh, yeah. So that's like open to interpretation.
Not a bad side gig if it come with health care.
Side gig working for the FBI. Those
If it
usually
come with
don't-
health care,
They seem to all go to jail anyway.
pretty much.
Yeah, those FBI informants. It seems like a lot of those guys wind up going to jail anyway.
That what is it? When they protect you for the rest of your life.
Witness protection.
Yeah.
That's real fun.
Yeah.
You got to live in the middle of nowhere with a fake name. Just stay at
Like,
home.
just
Wait
let
to
me
die.
get killed. I just got to go to one more club.
There's a little better explanation, maybe. I mean,
Currently facing up to 22 years in prison for conspiracy, witness tampering, and the failing to register as an agent of China. Michel was first accused, I hope I'm not saying his name wrong, was first accused of federal crimes December of 2018. Although he would eventually plead not guilty in May of 2019, Michel was allegedly involved in helping Malaysian business mogul, that's what we already know, embezzle over $4.5 billion from the Malaysian government and use it to fund Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. What?
So he stole money, and then when he gave money, like he was a big dog to Obama campaign?
Yes. Well, they do shit like that just to protect themselves from future prosecution. That's what like FTX did, that cryptocurrency exchange that went under. They were the number 2 donor to the Democratic Party. They were just donating money like crazy. It's like, leave us alone. We're your friend. We're going to give you some money. Like, they're making billions of dollars off these nonsense crypto
Did you
monies.
invest in that shit?
Very little. I have some Bitcoin. Along with asking Trump to dismiss Lowe's previous crime, Michel also reportedly worked on behalf of the Chinese government to try to return a Chinese dissident back from the U.S. by establishing a relationship with Steve Bannon and Trump. Wow. Okay, before Michel...
What Leonardo DiCaprio got to do with anything?
I said decided to testify on April 18th. Iconic actor Leonardo DiCaprio was called to stand on April 3rd. Considering he had a previous relationship with both Lowe and Michel, DiCaprio testified that Lowe revealed to him his plans to make donations to the Democratic Party in 2012. That whole donating to political party shit is so slippery. That shit is so slippery. Because, like, what kind of weird deals are you guys making? Like, why?
You know they're making weird deals.
Weird
When
deals.
small people like me donate, I don't get shit but a sticker.
Get a sticker?
That's all I ever got when I donated to the Democratic Party.
They're peddling influence.
See, the
That's
one
what they're
article,
doing.
first one we said he didn't say he was an informant, but everything else has said the opposite. So I
Well,
don't know.
informant means he had a conversation with them and he gave them information. He informed them, right? You could technically say he's an FBI informant if he went to them with
Oh,
information.
even if it's voluntary. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Admitting that he was an informant for the FBI, Michel elaborated that he gave up information about U.S. hostages in China while at the same time being a liaison for China who was working to get a Chinese criminal billionaire extradited back from the U.S. If this sounds like a big, ugly mess, it's because it is. Yeah. It seems like he just got caught up in some shit where he's probably trying to make some money, and they thought it would be clean, and they're going to donate money to the Democratic Party, and, oh, it's great, and working with all these people. Hey, Leonardo was working with them. Oh, must be fine. And that's one of the ways they get people involved in these, like, very shady deals, as they do it with other famous people. Like, hey, he's in there. You should be in there too. Oh, okay. I'll let to hang out with Leo. The next thing you know, you're involved in some weird thing that's got you, testifying in front of Congress.
One thing you can guarantee, Joe Rogan, I'm never coming to an alien party with you. I love you, but you can have that shit on your own.
No. If the aliens come, you're the first person I'm coming to. I'm like, we're going to Atlanta. If they grab me, and I'm like, we're real. Who are we going to tell? I'm like, we're going to go.
Guess there's an update.
Oh, found guilty on all 10 counts.
International fraud
That's not
trial.
good.
Okay.
He was convicted guilty on 10 counts related to what prosecutors called a clandestine foreign intelligence campaign scheme funded by a wealthy Malaysian financier to peddle influence in the United States. See, that's what I'm talking about. They were peddling influence. The week-long trial saw witnesses like Leonardo DiCaprio and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions take the stand and testify under oath. Wow. He's fucked. So that Malaysian guy's still at large, and he was charged as a co-defendant in Michel's case and played a major role in witness testimony and evidence presented to the jury. According to the Justice Department, Lau, I don't know how you say it, Low or Lau, allegedly misappropriated over $500 million from the sovereign wealth fund one Malaysian development Berhad, with wire transfers to shell companies he and others used or owned. Okay. So he's fucked, man. If they made him, he's going to jail.
22 years, I think it says.
Oh my God. 22 years. What is he, 50? Fuck.
He might not make it off that type of food.
I think, how many of those are going on where people aren't getting arrested, though? Like, how much of that influence peddling shit is just...
It's been going on from the start.
Forever.
This ain't nothing new.
I just don't... I'm still confused as to how he's in trouble.
Me too.
Like, what did he do? He connected people that were trying to get a billionaire released. He became friends with Trump to try to get a guy released.
No, but Obama. Well, he wasn't. He was just giving the money to
Right, but
Obama
he tried to establish a relationship with Steve Bannon and Trump.
and Jeff
Tried-
Sessions. Yeah.
How weird.
Not weird. It's just what goes on in our
I know,
government.
but he's from the Fugees. Like, bro, aren't you busy?
What?
Shouldn't you
Find
be touring?
himself that
He
gets
should have
paid
turned that shit into
20
a song.
million to get a
Yeah.
picture with Obama.
Lau paid Michel $20 million in 2012 in order to get a picture of himself with Obama, and prosecutors allege that Michel funneled over $800,000 of that money to Obama's campaign through a number of straw donors. Whoa. So he made a deal where this guy gave him 20. He said, I'll get you a picture with Obama. You got to give me 20 million. And he said to Obama, listen, I'll give you 800,000.
He didn't say that to Obama. He just said that he just made up all these accounts, sending money.
Yeah, but I mean, they must have had something. He funneled that money through a number of straw donors. That seems to me like that's how they would do it.
Well, somebody donate that type of money, you want to know who it is. It's not
Yeah.
like me who give you $20 and say no to the next $20.
Yeah, but they did it through these like hidden
Getting
things.
over 100 million, it says.
So he knew what he was doing.
Whoa. According to prosecutors, Lowe directed over $100 million to Michel to help push the government, including Trump, to drop its investigation into Lowe. Prosecutors also say that Michel advocated for the extradition of Chinese dissident Guo Wenzhui on behalf of the Chinese government.
He said he gave him 100 million for a media business he was starting.
Can you imagine the Fuji? They ain't had a song in years, but they looking at him like, how is he living like that?
Right.
The rest of the group like, what the fuck is he over there doing? We ain't had a hit album since '93.
I know, right?
Early 2000. Why? How is he living like that?
How
All
is he
this time,
living like that?
he got a friend named Lowe who's sending him millions through wire. He ain't telling nobody. He pulling up in new cars, and you like, I know everybody else in the group like, nigga, what you up to?
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing? But he ain't tell nobody. Thank God he didn't.
Working on international policy. People are like, what? Yeah.
I'm running for Congress.
Influence peddling.
No, he didn't say all that. He said, I got a donor.
What a dirty business politics is. The fact that they no one's mad at Obama for that. No one's mad at
Do you think he
anybody who's
knew?
getting the Democratic Party getting all that money. They don't have to give it back.
No.
All the money that got funneled from them. Imagine if that got funneled to another person. That person would be in trouble.
It would be.
Right, but you get funneled to the Democratic Party, like, hey, we're helping the good guys.
The Republican do the same thing.
Everybody does.
Everybody does.
The idea that there's two teams fighting against each other, sure, for temporary control while they all share resources. If you look at the number of Congress people that are insider trading, it's everyone. It's across the board. It's red and blue. It's like Republican, Democrat. You see, they're all in there. They're all in cahoots. They're all pretending. They're all pretending
hate
they're
each
working
other.
for us. They hate each other.
They play like they hate each
Yeah.
other.
Those-
But yet you sneak up on one.
16, I was charged as an adult for a charge, and
What did you do?
it was the first time I've ever actually talked about the charge. I just say it was a heinous crime. Admittedly, it was horrible. We robbed a couple of guys for some weed, but they called the police because we took some money and some stuff, and it was an armed robbery. I mean, we went in there with a gun. I regret it every day of my life, Joe. You know, I mean, I was a kid. Now, I'm not making an excuse, but I would like to paint the picture that I literally did not have pubic hairs. I'm a 15-year-old kid when it happens, you know? And I still feel horrible about it. But because the state of Tennessee has a zero forgiveness policy for violent offenders, I've carried that unexpungible felony for 20-something years. It prohibits me from getting houses. It's prohibitive. It's put me in... I mean, life insurance, homeowner insurance is higher if I can get it at all. I can't get life insurance at all just because most of them won't give you a decent policy as a felon. I can't volunteer at the YMCA. The Young Men's a Christian Academy won't let me, me and my wife just got turned down for a house. I'm in a place in life where I go to buy my dream home, guard-gated community, golf course. Man, I'm crying, Joe. They accept my offer. Everything's going crazy. I'm like, this ain't gonna be real. They turn me around and say, no, the golf course won't let a felon be a part of the community. You know, and I'm a 15, 16-year dude.
But the idea that there's just this one definition, this one solid yes or no, this is a thing. You have the mark on you.
Right.
And it's not an individual with individual circumstances.
Right.
That's so ridiculous. And that's not what a human being is supposed to be about.
Right.
We're not supposed to be about that. We're supposed to be about understanding situations.
Right.
And when there's a child that does something really fucking stupid and knows it forever, you don't think you could have done that? This is what I would tell to people. If you were in that same community, you were with those same influences, this was the reality that you were born into, you don't think you could have gone with those other kids that were gonna rob someone with a gun? You could have. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You could have. They're not unsavable human beings.
Right. And then that's why I focus all of my philanthropic efforts with the juvenile at home. You know, we sunk $250,000 into there for my last hometown show. I sold out my arena. Big, craziest night ever. You know, fucking the hometown arena. You know how big that shit is. When you do the hometown, it just hits different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When you're like, oh, no, this is home. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they like me at home.
Yeah,
You know?
for me, it's Boston.
Yeah, when you play the Garden, right? Yeah. God, crazy, dude. I just couldn't imagine the emotions of just like, dude, I fucking ate shit at this comedy club here. I fucking talk fucking kickboxing and shit out here for fucking $20 a session. And here I am standing in the fucking Garden. That's it, dude. I was sitting 2 blocks away from the juvenile I was in, George. Wow. I mean, Joe. And I'm sitting there, Joe. And I went and talked to the kids before. I went and met them all, spent Thanksgiving with them before the show, fed them, and sat down with them and said, look, y'all, I know a couple of y'all been in here for a year or two, just like I was. I'm building a studio in here, and I'm building trade programs, and I got y'all's back. Man, we helped out with a lot of lawyers.
Wow.
We worked with the state. Now they're building a new juvenile that we're going to sink millions of dollars into and have an aftercare program. I'm going to do so much for at-risk youth in Nashville because my whole life changed in that. It was the most, I look back at it and I talk about it so much that sometimes I desensitize myself for how traumatic it really was. I spent my 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th birthday incarcerated. Straight. Like, most kids are like, my daughter will inevitably, by the grace of God, get a car on her 16th birthday. You know, like the dream shit, you know, with the ribbon and shit. It's going to be a big moment. You know, it's going to be fucking crazy, you know? But I got, you know, they didn't even give me an extra piece of cake for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I didn't have a guard tell me happy 15th or 16th birthday. You know what I mean? You don't get a family visit. Like, I missed high school completely. I think I was in high school for like, I think we actually pulled the records like 6 weeks. You know what I mean? And then the only thing that turned that shit around for me was Bailey. I was in the revolving door of the judicial system, in and out. I knew I'd got a woman pregnant. I'm back in jail. She's pregnant. She hates me. We're not talking. I'm a bad human. She's right. I was a horrible human. And I'm sitting in there, and that guard knocks on my door May 22nd, 2008, Joe. D. Ford, it's count time. I say, what's up? He goes, you had a kid today. And he walked away.
Whoa.
Dude, I still get emotional. It was like, I don't know what kind of, it was like a Damascus Road experience in the Bible. Like, I immediately, Joe, was like, I've got to do something to change. I've got to quit this shit. Like, I got to figure it out. Now, I'm in the violent offender gang unit of this jail. There's a sign on the door that you can sign up for an education unit, right? But nobody ever signed up for it because it's like checking in. You know what I mean? Like, in jail, it would be like, your boy told the jail stories that was in here with Bobby, so you understand the lingo. It's like, they'd put you on the door,